most Eeriest encounter you'll never find a reason for. I remember that night like it was yesterday. My buddy Jake and I had just wrapped up a gig in Kona on the Big Island. Nothing fancy, just us playing acoustic sets at a beach bar for a crowd of tourists and locals. We were wiped out but buzzing from the energy, so we decided to drive straight back to Hilo instead of crashing in. Cool, no? That meant taking Saddle Road, one of the two main routes across the island. It's this long, empty stretch, about 25 miles or so, with no streetlights, no houses, just endless fields of black. Lava rock under the stars. Locals say it's a spiritual spot, full of weird vibes and old stories, but I'd driven it plenty of times without issue. It was around 1 a.m. when we hit the road. Jake was behind the wheel, and we were chatting about the set list, laughing about how one guy in the audience kept requesting old Metallica covers that didn't fit our vibe at all. The radio was on, low, playing some island reggae, and the windows were cracked to let in the cool night air. Everything felt normal until we rounded a slight bend, and there was on the shoulder of the road this massive white dog, just standing there, staring right at our headlights. It wasn't some stray. It looked huge, like a Great Dane or bigger, with fur that glowed almost unnaturally in the beams. And get this, it had a thick gold chain around its neck, dangling like jewelry. No collar tag or anything, just that chain catching the light. We zipped past it, and for a second, neither of us said a word. Then Jake broke the silence. "Alex, did you see that? A big white dog with a gold necklace." I nodded, rubbing my eyes like maybe he was seeing things from being tired. "Yeah, man." He was staring us down. What the hell? We slowed down a bit, debating if we should pull over and check it out. Part of me thought it might be lost or hurt. Maybe someone's pet that wandered off. But then Jake brought up the old local legend we'd both heard. If you see an old lady hitchhiking on Saddle Road at night, you have to pick her up or bad luck follows you. Ignore her, and you're cursed or something. We weren't sure if it applied to a dog, but the whole thing felt off, like it didn't belong there in the middle of nowhere. In the end, we didn't stop. The road was too dark, too isolated, and honestly, it creeped us out enough that we just kept driving. We didn't say much after that. Conversation died, and we rode in silence all the way to Hilo, glancing in the rear view every few minutes like something might be following us. The next day, I couldn't shake it, so I asked our friend Kimo, a local guy who's lived on the island his whole life. What could have been? He didn't laugh it off. Instead, he got serious and said it sounded like Pele's pet, the goddess of volcanoes, you know? Apparently, she's got this white dog that shows up as a guardian or omen. I did some digging online later, reading through old forums and Hawaiian folklore sites. Turns out, sightings of similar dog go back to the 1950s, always on Saddle Road or near volcanic areas, sometimes with that gold chain detail. People swear it's tied to Pele, appearing to test travelers or warn them. Jake and I still talk about it sometimes, wondering if we dodged something by not stopping, or maybe invited it by ignoring the sign. Either way, I haven't driven that road at night since.